Welcome back, everybody. It's Tariq from Yes I Pay Cash and the First Class Flipping Academy. And today I want to show you how I bought and flipped this house, made a six-figure profit, all while only putting up $13 of my own cash. What? So stick around to the end, take plenty of notes, because I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I did it and show you how even you can do it too. Okay. You guys ready? Let's go. So one of the great benefits about real estate investing is you get to make substantial profits using O.P.M. So what is O.P.M? That's other people's money.
I love loans. I love other people's money.
Hey, I can't disagree with you there, buddy. So I recently picked up a property for $150,000 and I figured it needed about $60,000 worth of work. Okay, the ARV on the property was about $300,000 when I first bought it. For this particular property, I decided to use one of my private investors to fund the purchase as well as all of the closing costs. If you don't know what a private lender or a private investor is, make sure you go back and check out my video, Real Estate Investing Terminology for Beginners, where I teach you the difference between private lenders, hard money lenders, and so much more. I'll leave a link down in the description below, and I'll probably also leave a link up here as well. As long as I stay within 70% of the property's after repaired value, this particular lender will lend me 100% of the funding if I need it. That includes the purchase, the renovations, even all of my holding and closing costs. As I stated earlier, the ARV or after repaired value of this property was $300,000. 70% of $300,000 would give me a maximum loan amount of $210,000, which would actually cover the purchase and renovation cost. However, I didn't want to borrow the renovation funds from the lender on this particular property. I only want to borrow the purchase price and my closing costs. I'm actually going to use another creative way to fund the renovation, which will save me about $5,000 or $6,000 in interest by not getting that $60,000 rehab money from my investor. So let's go over the settlement statement or the HUD-1. Okay, as we stated, I purchased the property for $150,000. Okay, I had a 1-year builder's risk policy, that's insurance. That was $1,185. My title insurance was $1,050. My title fees were about $1,000. My transfer and recording fees came to $3,900. I actually had my lender roll 6 months of interest payments and points into the loan, which came to about $14,000. So my lender is basically lending me the money to pay the monthly mortgage payment. So I'm basically paying him back with his own money. All right, this makes my closing costs roughly $21,115. All right, so as we go over to page 1 of the HUD sheet, you see my portion of the property taxes was $1,972. Once you add all of this up, I basically need roughly $173,087 to close this deal. Look here on line 202. It says new loan amount $173,000. So basically, my private lender is giving me $173,000 of the $173,087 that I need to close. I'm also getting a credit for items that the seller didn't pay for up front. They still owed about $21 on the water bill and they had $53 which they owed in ground rent or ground lease, which gave me a total credit of $74. Okay. This now gives me $173,074 of the $173,087 that I need to close this deal. So as you see here on line 303, it says cash from borrower, $13.03. That is all the money I needed to purchase this house, $13.03. So now I'm sure you're probably saying, but okay, where is that $60,000 for the renovation cost coming from? Great question. For this particular property, I decided to use my business line of credit and my business credit cards to fund the renovation cost. So I used my line of credit to pay my labor costs to my contractors, and we put the materials on my credit cards. A lot of my business credit cards have like 18, 24 months no interest, and they also give me cash back rewards. What I basically do is I use my cash back rewards to make the minimum monthly payments on the credit cards and the lines of credit. Then when I sell the house 4, 5, 6 months later, I pay off all my credit lines with the proceeds from the sale. I ended up selling this property for $370,000. And after paying back my investor and all of my credit lines, I still made a profit of $134,000. So I'm making $134,000 profit off of a $13 investment. This is a 10,308% cash on cash return on my investment, which means I basically made a $10,000 profit for every $1 that I invested into this deal.
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Rich.
And this is just one way how I make huge profits flipping houses on a consistent basis using very little to none of my own money. Even if you don't have high limit credit cards or lines of credit, you can still partner with someone and cut them in on your profits. I recently made a video called How to Flip Houses with Partners, where I show you exactly how to do that. So make sure you go back and check that out. I'll leave a link down in the description for that one as well. If you'd like to see the full renovation of this property, check out the video called Split Level House Flip in my recent house flip playlist. I'll also leave a link in the description below as well as up here. The purpose of this video is to show you how to get creative and think outside the box and stop making excuses about not having the money to get started. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm understand that people are enjoying the content. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave a comment. If you feel that someone else will enjoy the content, please feel free to share the video. Thanks again for watching. See you guys on the next video. Peace.